guys, Karen Bradley here, creator of the Fit Body Moms community. Tonight, I'm gonna show you guys how to do some meal prepping. I'm gonna actually be doing this alongside a very special guest, my daughter, Kalina. This is Kalina. She's 17. She loves to be in the kitchen and she loves to cook. So very good, obviously, for me that I get to have her help me with these things. It makes it a lot easier, especially when you're a mom of 4 and you're really busy. So let's get to it. So today we're gonna keep it kind of on the simple side. We're gonna be making a few proteins here. First being shrimp, second one being chicken breast, third one being ground turkey. The veggies that we're gonna be doing, we're actually just gonna do some broccoli and also some sweet potatoes. We have here an assortment of different spices that we possibly are gonna be using. They're all salt-free, which you want to go for. You don't want to use anything that has extra salt in it. And we're also going to make some brown rice and, like I said, some sweet potatoes. So that's what we have on the menu for our meal prep this time. All right, so here we have sweet potato mash, which I really, really love to make. The way that I made it was, first of all, you want to actually peel the potatoes and you want to chop them up into pieces, throw them into some boiling water, and then once they get soft, then you want to drain it and then put whatever you're going to put into it. I like to put in almond milk instead of regular milk, and some ground cinnamon, olive oil, butter, and just a little bit of the pure vanilla extract. All right, so next we have brown rice. I actually like to use this Uncle Ben's brown rice. Basically use 3 cups of water, 1.5 cups of the rice itself, a little bit again of that olive oil, butter. It makes 6 servings, so that's gonna give us enough to have a side with our proteins.
So for the chicken, we're gonna split it up into 3 sections. Karen already pre-did that for me, so that's good. We're gonna do 1 taco blend, so I'm gonna use the everything spicy that we have again, and then the other one's gonna be just like an Italian medley and table blend because my brothers are very picky when it comes to food, so we're gonna just stick with the basic for them.
And you can do meal prepping for your kids as well. Don't just think about it for yourself. If you can save time and meal prep your child's meals too, and just throw them into containers into the fridge and then just pull them out, especially if they're cold items, then they can pull them out themselves and just kind of, snack away or, grab some lunch, sandwich or something like that.
Okay, so in order to maximize the space in your pan and to reduce the time it takes for you to have to cook and meal prep, we're gonna cut the pieces of chicken into little chunks. Before we do that, we're gonna trim the fat off because you don't want to have chewy pieces in your chicken, and it's healthier.
I hate chewy pieces.
It's healthier to cut it off anyway.
So while Kalina's working on the meat, I just wanted to say that once we're done making the proteins, the starches, the veggies, we are going to want to put together some snack items. I like to keep it pretty simple, more like grab and go things like bananas, some hard-boiled eggs, like bars of whatever you might like. Now, keeping it simple is probably one of the biggest things I can recommend for you, only because the more difficult it becomes, the less likely you're gonna wanna actually do it. It becomes more time consuming. You're just not in the mood to actually have to prepare all these things. You wanna be able to prepare as much as possible for at least, I'd say 3 to 4 days. Some people can meal prep all week. They freeze things. I personally don't like to freeze things that much. So what I do is I'll meal prep for 3 to 4 days, just because chicken in the fridge is usually good for 3 to 4 days once it's cooked. So that's what I like to do. It's just making sure that you're consistent with it, making sure that you're prepared, and making it as easy as possible. So we'll go into some more snack ideas later. All right, so we just defrosted the shrimp. I mixed some olive oil in there, and we used the Everything Spicy by Flavor God. And now a little squeeze of a lemon. All right. So now we're getting ready to make our turkey meatballs. We set the oven to 400 degrees, which we're also going to put our chicken at 400 degrees as well. That's why all of this can kind of go together. Here are some of the ingredients that we're going to be using. Whole wheat seasoned breadcrumbs, pepper, an egg, Mrs. Dash table blend, oregano, marjoram, I think it's pronounced, and a little bit of adobo light. Now we're gonna prepare our veggie tray that we're gonna pop into the oven. Pretty simple, it's a really good way to be able to make a bunch of veggies for your meal prepping. I only have a few cherry tomatoes left here from the week. You know, I've been putting them in stuff you guys have been seeing. Put some pepper on them. Some table blend. And everyone knows I love my spicy jalapeno from Mrs. Dash. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna pop this in the oven with everything else.
Do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you and I need you. And I'm down for you always.
Now we're ready to actually pack up our containers. So I'm just gonna put some rice into each of these. Great news, our chicken is ready. Now that our chicken has cooled down, let's get that into the containers here. So now we're adding our veggies. So now that we have everything in the containers, then we just want to basically seal them up. I will say there was more than this. As you can see, there's leftover meatballs. What we do is we just put them into a big container. This way we can make plates at home and things like that. But these are amazing to take to the office, to take when you are on the go. So I highly recommend getting some sort of containers you can kind of put all your stuff into and stack them up.